Hello, hello, everybody. I missed you. I'm back. I'm back.
On our second ever hot seat stream. What is a hot seat stream? Well, basically, all of us here have organized a hot take for 5 different categories, one at a time. Take a bite of a hot wing, and then while our mouth is on fire, we have 5 minutes to defend our hot take. Once that 5 minutes is up, all 3 of us will run 3 separate polls in our chats and ask you, the viewers, is it a hot take or is it kind of based? What we'll do is we'll have Tina go first for the first category.
Okay.
I'll go first for the second category. Keo, you can go first for the third category. The first category is anime.
Okay. All right. That works.
All right, so I want you to say your hot take, then take a bite of the sauce, and we'll start the 5-minute timer, and you have that 5 minutes while your mouth is burning to defend.
All right. My anime hot take is that anime fan purity testing sucks. So I feel like there's a lot of this lately, and I want to start with an example just to kind of so you know what the hot take is. Recently, Mr. Beast said he was an anime fan, okay? And a lot of people kind of roasted him, and they were like, "Oh, you're not a true anime fan." He listed a bunch of animes that he had watched, and then they were like, "Fish." Oh, well, even if you had watched those animes, they're all mainstream, so that doesn't even count.
Aw.
And I just
see.
I don't agree with that kind of purity testing because, and I've ran into a lot of people like that too. So it really is like a big like sort of pervasive opinion in the anime space that, you know, if you just started watching anime like after COVID, or if you've only watched mainstream anime, that you're not like a real anime fan. And I think that that's just, it sucks. I think that opinion kind of sucks. I think that, you know, you can call yourself a fan of something and only like certain things, or maybe like, and like another thing you'll hear is like people are like, "Oh, well, if you don't like this kind of anime or this specific classic anime, you're not like a real anime fan," and stuff. And we just don't do that in any other category of media. At least I don't feel like we do. It's at least not like it is in anime, you know?
It's just people on like a
100%.
high horse.
Yeah, it feels very
100%.
elitist. And the thing that I don't understand about it is like, I don't understand the elitism around it, because it's like, it's not like you made that. Like, anime just anime. Like, someone
You were
else
the
made
first
it.
ever.
Yeah, like you didn't like create this anime club and no one is allowed to enjoy it other than the people who enjoy it the way you enjoy it. I think it's just weird. It doesn't make any sense, you know?
I think you're kind of based, honestly.
I think you're based.
Listen,
I
I'll
think
grant
that
this
is
isn't it's maybe not the hottest of hot takes, but we're starting, you know, it's our warm up. And
How's your mouth? How's your mouth?
How was your
not
Asian
too
Zoom?
bad. I feel like it got a little better towards the end. Like, okay, for the record, chat, we're kind of scaling up the spice. So we're kind of starting with Asian Sing, which is like a mid-tier spice, and then we're going Mango Habanero, which is hotter, and then Blazin', which is gonna put us on our ass probably.
You got 89% based over here.
Next up, I am next up, and I am fully aware that this is a very, very hot take, but here is my hot take.
Okay.
The cyberpunk anime, it wasn't good. Wasn't good. Okay, let me
That
take
is a
bite.
hot
That is
take.
I
a
know.
hot take. Oh my god.
Oh,
my
yeah.
God.
I did not think that it was that good, and here's why. From the very beginning, I knew exactly what was going to happen. Episode 1, we go into the episode. Oh, this is a boy, and he's just loves his mama. And they tell him several times in the first episode, don't do too many modifications because you'll go psycho. And I'm like, okay, he's going to do that. So from the very beginning, I was like, this is what's going to happen. He's going to do too many modifications. He's going to get the psychosis or whatever, and like shit's gonna hit the fan. It's gonna go downhill. It's gonna go downhill in a bad way. And so from the very beginning, I shut myself off from that being from being able to be emotionally connected to that character in any way, because I was like, well, you fuck around, you find out. You know what I mean? Like, if you fuck around, you're gonna find out. And this kid fucked around. He fucked around bad, man. So I knew from episode 1 it was not gonna be good. So I was like, you get what you deserve.
All right, everybody.
Right?
My anime hot take is that
Jones, welcome,
they
thank you for the
ruined
follow.
season 4 of Attack on Titan because they changed production studios, and so I refuse to watch it. I'm boycotting the season, and I think that they should remake it with the original studio. Yes, I'm dissing Mappa. My opinion when it comes to animes is I think changing studios anytime is not a good look for your anime. I think that consistency is really important, but I'm just gonna say that the art style is very different, and one thing that I liked about the first 3 seasons of Attack on Titan was how I thought it was so beautiful, and I'm very picky about animation styles, and I know that a lot of people like Mappa animation. I mean, like JJK, great, but I think that they made it too gritty and ugly, to be honest. And they tried to make it look more like the manga, and in doing so, they just made all of the characters look completely different than the first couple seasons. It going away from the OG just made it look a little bit bad. And come on, you guys, they made Levi Ackerman shorter. Like, how am I not going to be upset with that? You can't take height off of my king and expect me not to be upset. And they made him look so much uglier. They made him look like he's like 50. Which I was very upset about. There it is. Okay, see, this is the basis of this. They ruined Levi Ackerman.
And our next category is video games. All right, here we go.
My video game hot take is that if you play video games, or if you play ranked earlier in the day, you are going to get easier lobbies than people who play video games and ranked at night. So if you are pro rank in something at 12 p.m., at noon, you probably are not exactly the same level as someone who's the same rank at midnight, because the lobbies are different.
Okay, this is a hot take.
You forgot time zone. No. I'm saying whatever time zone you're playing in, because most of the games that are ranked are in areas. So if you are playing Valorant or Overwatch or even DBD, you are usually playing with people similar in your same area. Yes, there are people that use VPNs, but the majority are going to be in your same time zone. And for whatever reason, the people that play during the day seem to be a little chiller, a little nicer, not quite as toxic. They're there to enjoy. And so I've always said that, if you are bragging about being all-star in Overwatch and you always play at 10 a.m., try being all-star at 10 p.m. and let me know how that goes, because the lobbies are different. And some people are always like, oh, because I had this issue where people would talk down to me about my rank, and they'd be like, oh, it's okay, you're just not as good at the game. And then I was always like, okay, you play at 10 a.m., come play in my lobbies and let me know what you think. And then they did, and they were like, oh, never mind, your lobbies are harder. Especially in certain games. I think in DBD, for example, those lobbies get so awful the later into the night you get. If you're staying up till 2 a.m. playing Overwatch, you probably are very passionate about Overwatch. It's not like I'm just gonna get on this game and play a couple games in the middle of my day.
All right, Tina, you're up next. What is your video game hot take?
Okay, I've been thinking of how to properly phrase this. Okay, and this might be a more niche take, but okay. I think that massive streamer events on big multiplayer type games give a bad impression of the game. And let me.
Okay.
Are you talking about the event we just
take a bite, and then
let me take a bite and I'll
explain. You can explain a little. Yeah.
I'll give a little bit of context, and this isn't a Rust specific thing. It's happened in a few games, but an example is in Rust they'll have a big OTK event, okay, and they'll invite a whole bunch of streamers. You guys might have even seen people like Iron Mouse do events like that. Like they'll invite a bunch of streamers to play a game like Rust. You'll see it in Minecraft and like a few other games. And I think that when you invite a bunch of, I think it just in general, inviting a bunch of streamers who don't play a game into like a big, well-established multiplayer community, it like, I think one, it gives people like a really weird impression of the game. So like here, I'll be a little more specific. So like in Rust, they'll invite a bunch of streamers, they'll do like a big roleplay castle event, and that's nothing like the game. It has nothing to do with the game. Like, just because you can build a castle in the game doesn't mean that that's what the game is about at all. I think having massive streamer events, it completely misrepresents the game. So yeah, I think that they come in, they do big roleplay events, but it's like a PvP game, and it completely misrepresents the game, and then people buy the game, play the game, and they're like, oh, this isn't how people play the game at all. And then they say the game is bad, and that everybody's toxic, but like, no, you just have a complete misunderstanding of the game because of the way this very niche group of people played the game. And another example, just to kind of expand it out of Rust, is that you'll see like a big streamer group play Minecraft, okay? And you can play Minecraft however you want, you can play games however you want, but you'll see them play like a tough Minecraft mod, right? And then the mod isn't even explored, and instead everyone sits around talking in the little village that they created. and like the whole concept of the event and the game is totally not explored, and the perception of the game is totally not what it should be, because everyone just sat around talking in like some little roleplay thing instead. Like, I just feel like the game ends up being a tiny little detail in the back, and it's just a place where people can group up and chat. Like, you may as well have just done a big VR chat meetup, and it would have had the same exact result as playing this game.
Then you have me and Tina joining a Minecraft event and just hiding in a corner by herself and not talking to anybody.
Kind of. But I mean,
that is like, I am part of the problem.
But it's a good example of it, though, because like everyone on the server was just hanging out and talking, and no one really played. Like, I don't know, no one's really like necessarily.
Tina and I were so focused on actually playing the game.
My turn for the video game hot take, and I know that this is gonna piss people off. It's gonna be another one that pisses you off. Okay. My hot take is I don't care for Monster Hunter.
Yeah, this is not a hot take for me because I didn't try the newer one, but I tried the old one, but I tried it very briefly.
Okay, do you think it's a bad game? Like, are you saying you think Monster Hunter is a bad game, or that you just don't like it?
I don't like it. Personally, I don't like it. It's my opinion. Ooh, this one is quite spicy. Had a nice little flavor.
Everyone said Cyberpunk and Monster Hunter is trash.
I don't like it. I don't mind playing it with friends. I don't. But I'm not gonna go out of my way to, like, if someone invites me to play it, I guess I'll play it with them. But I'm not gonna spend my money on buying the game. And I am not gonna go out of the way to really play it. My God, how did you guys eat this one?
Very spicy.
I have to like to get whatever set of armor you want.
Creon's struggling.
Creon is dying.
It's like so hot on the sides of my tongue.
You ate the right one.
I mean, it's labeled mango habanero, but
Listen,
they could have
when you first take a bite, it's a little bit sweet, and then it's like, oh God, it's hot.
And our next category is advice. Advice is a pretty broad category, but it's just any advice that you're giving to someone or someone is giving to you. And I believe it is Tina's turn to go first again.
Okay. I think I might have a good one.
Yeah, this was super broad, so we don't know where each other went with this.
This is a
we
very
have no
broad
idea.
one.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my hot take for this one, for advice. Follow your dreams is not great advice, all right? It's I'll explain.
What?
I'll explain.
Just do not follow your dreams. Sit down.
I swear.
Fuck your dreams.
I swear I'll explain. Hold on, let me take
Oh my God.
I think in our current state of society that people are.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, it's hot. I'm sorry. I think people are way too like all in on the follow your dreams thing, okay? And I think following your dreams is kind of for kids and not for like rational minded adults. I think like okay, let me give an example, okay? When I was a kid, I wanted to be a singer, okay? I was in choir and I wanted to be a singer. And then I went to a Catholic school, okay? And my parents always told me I was a good singer and I was in choir. And then one time they gave me a solo role and had me sing up on the stage during a church thing. And I got made fun of for 6 months because I'm not a good singer, okay? And no one told me this. Nobody told me this. And so I think follow your dreams is not good advice, okay?
This is coming from a place of trauma, chat.
Okay, yeah, some of these are coming from our life.
This is So I just think that you gotta be you can encourage people without being like, yeah,
Right.
you know,
Tina,
follow your
Tina
dreams.
is 100% the thug entangled when there's like go live your dream and the Flynn Rider's like I will and the guy's like not you, your dream stinks, get a new dream.
That is
Go, live your dream.
I will.
Your dream stinks. I was talking to her.
actually.
Let's be
listen,
realistic.
I'm a realistic friend. If you ask me, if you come to me and tell me this is your dream, I'm not gonna be the person who's like, yeah, you got this. I'll see you there in your dream position next year. I've had multiple people ask me like what they should like. Oh, should I quit and become full time? And I'm like, this has been my advice
No.
every time I've ever been asked. I say, do not quit your job unless you have like a year of finances at least to live on. Do not quit your job and pursue streaming unless you have a stable living situation,
Yes.
you know?
Yes. I
Yeah,
always
yeah.
tell people going into VTubing, I always say like you are most likely not gonna become a super famous VTuber. Like you are not gonna
Yeah.
be averaging thousands of views because that's just not the majority. Those are people that get very lucky, and usually it comes from networking and connections because you can stream every day, put up content every day,
Yeah.
but that's not all that it takes. Like there are other outside factors that play into that. And
Yeah.
so it's okay to want to become a VTuber, want to become a full-time content creator, but like yes, have some realism that that it's not going to be that way for everybody. And quitting your job is not going to help.
Well, my hot take is next, and it's advice, and it's actually not too different than Tina's. My hot take is constantly being positive is problematic.
Okay. Yeah. That is very
Ooh,
similar.
I like that one. I like that.
I feel like it's a little bit of a different one from mine, but like the idea is kind of similar.
Toxic positivity.
Toxic positivity.
But
Everyone
people are
says,
like,
"Fuck your dreams."
people are always like, be positive, stay positive, always be positive. You know, never look at the bad or never look like down on yourself. Like, again, it goes back to what like Tina was saying, which was like, you need to be realistic. And if you're too positive all the time, that turns into like toxic positivity. And
Yeah, exactly,
that's
Moth
not
Girl. I
good.
just think being realistic
Things
is important.
happen. People
And you
end
should
up
encourage people to like
making dumbass decisions
achieve
'cause
realistic goals, you
they
know?
didn't
You really follow by the way.
or like grief, right? Like, are you trying to tell me that I should just be positive all the time, even after someone I love died? Like,
Oh yeah.
no,
It's like the people that always say like at least.
It's not empathetic at all. Like,
No.
oh, well, a really shitty example is like, if someone's like, oh, I had a miscarriage, and then someone's like, well, at least you know you can get pregnant.
Oh, I hate that.
What?
That's such an awful thing to say to somebody.
Oh, why would you say
Like
that
that
to
video
someone?
if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, where you're in a hole.
Where you're in a hole. And they look
Yeah.
down there and they go, ooh, that sucks.
Ooh, you're in a hole. That sucks.
And my hot take or advice, and some of you might agree with this and some of you might not, is that most people, and again, this is like a blanket statement, but that means that doesn't necessarily apply to everybody. But I think that most people who blame not having enough time to do things actually are just really bad at prioritizing. I came out swinging. Okay, so I hear a lot of people that are always like, "Oh
It
man,
is
if I only
hot.
worked 25 hours in the day, or if I only worked
It's like they're
8 days in the week.
to last
Like I'm too busy. I can't work out. I just don't have time in the day. Oh, like I'd love to learn how to cook. There's just not time. You know, people have all of these reasons. And I understand that people are busy. Yes, life does happen. But I think a lot of times people just were never taught, and this isn't always your fault. Like they don't teach actual life skills in school.
Right.
Another hot take. But they don't teach you about time management and about prioritizing things. And if you just like set aside different amounts of time in the day to do things, you could do those things. But oftentimes, like not to be mean, but oftentimes people are just lazy, and so they don't want to. And it's easier to complain than it is to actually change things. And so I'm like, okay, you say you want to get healthy, you say you want to work out, and they're like, I just don't have any time. And I'm like, okay, you're saying that, but then you're spending hours a day playing video games or watching anime, or you're not getting out of bed because you're scrolling on TikTok for an hour, or you decided to go to the bar every Saturday night with your friends. And it's like these things can be important to you. That's
Yeah.
okay. Like if that's what you want to do and if that's what you want to prioritize, that's fine. But in a sense then don't use it as an excuse for not doing
Yeah.
other things.
Yeah.
Because you know, like I'm a very much type A person. So I will follow my agenda and my calendar pretty much to a T, and it helps me a lot because I can see, okay, from 8 to 5 I'm going to be working, and then I'm going to get home, and then I have 2 hours before stream. So during this hour I need to cook dinner, and during this hour I need to do laundry, and then I'm going to stream for 3 hours, and then after stream I need to do this.
She's so
And so many
organized.
people would be like people always compliment that, and I'm like it's the only way I could get things done, because otherwise like things just fall through the cracks. And people say like, oh, well, I couldn't ever stream because I work full time.
Oh,
And
yeah.
there's plenty of us that work full time and we stream,
I do.
but
No,
we do have to
respect
sacrifice
to
other
that.
things.
That's a lot of.
Yeah. Yep.
And you do have to choose your priorities. And so you do have to sacrifice things sometimes. And that's okay to do, but you also have to be honest with yourself, because
Yeah.
if just sitting around playing video games is more important to you than going on a run or hanging out with your friends or visiting your family, like that's okay. That can be your
That's
choice.
okay.
But you got to be honest with yourself about that.
Well, I hope
Okay,
y'all have a good
guys,
rest of your
we're done.
night, and I hope your stomachs are fine
Thank you.
after all of this.
Thank you.
Take
Bye,
care,
you
y'all.
guys.
Goodbye, goodbye. See ya.
With the cold, calculating gaze and a smile that's insincere.
Fish.
She's got a wicked charm, she'll lure you in with ease. Her name is Tina the Terror, the evil princess of the streaming seas. She's got an army of followers hanging on her every word, but little do they know they're all being absurd. She'll play with your hearts like pawns in her game. With her anime powers, she'll strike you down in fame. Tina the Terror, ruling with an